you put everything you've got into the land. It's about heritage, hard work, and the promise of a good harvest. We understand that commitment. Our precision aerial application saves you valuable time, giving you more hours back to spend with the ones who matter most. We help you maximize yields and protect your crops, season after season. Advanced technology, efficient coverage, and a dedication to your success. Bradley Air Spray. Precision mapping and professional application. Trust the experts to protect your yield.
Hi, I'm Barry McKeegan at Denham Chrysler Jeep. You might remember me from such commercials as No Bull Sale or Spin to Win. Well, I'm back, and so is the brand new 2026 Jeep Cherokee, with an incredible driving range of over 800 kilometers on a single tank. And you don't have to plug it in. The all-new Cherokee offers more room, outstanding safety features, including standard active driving assist and unsurpassed in-class towing. See and drive the all-new 2026 Jeep Cherokee today. We'd love to see you, and here at Denham Chrysler, we're ready to help you now and for every mile down the road.
Local people. Local news and events. Local sports. Local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Good morning and welcome to Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric. Celebrate Julymas with Harris Electric. Save on permanent and decorative lighting for your home, cabin, acreage, or business. Book your summer installation by July 31st using promo code KURT and get an extra 5% off, and enjoy holiday displays, game day colors, and special occasions year-round. Call Harris Electric today. Today we're going to be talking about Pathways to Wellness, a mental health program at Integrated Therapies and Performance. Pleased to welcome Sarcauga-Gantefoer and Glenys Reeves-Gibb to the show today to talk about this important program here in Lloydminster. Caregivers are some of the most important people in our lives, and often the most important people are overlooked. And with that being said, Cupcakes for Caregivers is an opportunity to treat those caregivers to a great snack, but more than anything, say thank you to those caregivers or a group of caregivers. And you might instantly think of nurses and doctors, but it goes a lot further than that. Caregivers are often family members that take care of loved ones to keep them in their home, take them to appointments, and even help them get dressed each day and get them fed. If there's a special caregiver in your life that you'd like to nominate, then all you have to do is send us an email today at livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. Cupcakes for Caregivers, presented by Sobeys here in Lloydminster and Umbrella Marketing and Design. More than anything, it is just a wonderful way to say thank you. There's free swimming at the Co-op Outdoor Pool today here in Lloydminster. The Co-op Outdoor Pool is hosting an outdoor pool bash with family activities and games from 1 to 3 p.m. today. There's also free admission from 1 to 8:30. Paradise Hill Ranch in Westernware invites you to have a hot dog with the big dog. After winning the Rangeland Derby at the Calgary Stampede, Jamie Labacane will be on hand for a celebration starting at noon tomorrow. Fairways for a Cure, Maddie's Classic, will be held on August 5th at Rolling Green Fairways here in Lloydminster, with all proceeds supporting the Todd family as Maddie continues her fight against cancer. Tennille Zellweger told us they hope that you will join them to golf or even as a sponsor.
It's 18 holes. Myself, I only usually do 9, so I'll probably only do 9 holes. So if you're a 9-hole golfer, you're more than welcome to come and just join, or silent auction items. And we are still needing hole sponsors. So we have quite a few great businesses that are sponsoring, but we do need a few more hole sponsors. If anybody wants to sponsor for that, we'd be grateful for all of your support.
Registration's at 9 a.m. Shotguns start at 10. Golfers can register individually for $150 or as a team for $550 with dinner included. And if you don't golf or you can't make it out to golf that day, you can go for dinner. Tickets are also available for $50 for dinner. Time now for Live in Lloydminster. Live in Lloydminster is brought to you by the Vic Juba Community Theatre and May Cinema 6.
Mark your calendars because 2 unforgettable tribute shows are coming to Vic Juba Community Theatre. This is Live in Lloyd with Tanis Heinz. Tickets are now on sale for Honky Tonk Man on October 21st. This is a high-energy tribute show that celebrates the music of Dwight Yoakam with favorites like Guitars, Cadillacs, Fast As You, 1,000 Miles From Nowhere, and more. Then on November 9th, experience Walk Like a Man, the ultimate tribute to Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Sing along to timeless hits including Sherry, Walk Like a Man, Big Girls Don't Cry, and Can't Take My Eyes Off You in a show that has earned standing ovations around the world. And don't forget to reserve your complimentary tickets for our Alberta Day concert featuring Edmonton indie folk artist Vaughn Beeger on Saturday, August 29th. That will be your first opportunity to see the newly renovated Reeves-Gibb Theatre, including new carpets and freshly painted floors. This Alberta Day concert is brought to you by the Government of Alberta and the City of Lloydminster. Admission is free with reserved seating. Our summer box office hours continue through August 31st. We're open Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 11 to 2. Call 780-872-7400. Tickets are always available online 24/7 at victorytheatre.ca. Get your tickets today, and we'll see you at the theatre.
And at May Cinema 6, The Odyssey arrives, and the reviews for this movie have been fantastic. After the Trojan War, Odyssey faces a dangerous voyage back to Ithaca, meeting creatures like the Cyclops Polyphemus, Sirens, and Circe along the way. Directed by Christopher Nolan, starring Matt Damon, Tom Holland, and Anne Hathaway. Also playing at May Cinema 6, Moana, Evil Dead Burn, Toy Story 5, and Minions and Monsters. For tickets and showtimes to all upcoming movies, including The Odyssey, go to maytheaters.com. Live in Lloyd is brought to you by the Vic-Juba Community Theatre at May Cinema 6. When disaster strikes your home, restoring your home is just part of the job for BioClean Disaster Services. Restoring your peace of mind matters just as much as your home or business. At BioClean Disaster Services, they know you're not just dealing with water or wind or fire damage. You're dealing with one of the most stressful days of your life. That's why the team at BioClean Disaster Services is going to listen, explain every step, and treat your home or your business with respect and help you get your life back. BioClean Disaster Services, 1-833-246-8326. We'll be right back to talk about pathways to wellness in just a moment.
Home, it's where people look out for each other. It's where we live, where we work, and it's where we choose to raise our families. For over 75 years, Harris Electric has been more than just a contractor. We've been your neighbors, so when you need us, we look out for you. We show up fast and do the job right. We're in the stands, we're in the schools, we power this community. Because here in Lloydminster, it's our home too.
At Jason Arden & Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden & Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
A good night's sleep starts with the right mattress, and you'll find a great selection at Border City Furniture. From plush to firm and everything in between, we carry quality mattresses to fit your comfort level and budget. Looking at a new bedroom set? Pair it with a new mattress. Updating your guest room? Start with a new mattress. Just tired of waking up sore? It might be time for a new mattress. And while you're here, browse our selection of sectionals, sofa sets, dining furniture, and recliners. For better sleep and quality Canadian-made furniture, visit Border City Furniture, your locally owned furniture store in downtown Lloydminster. Superior Water specializes in nothing but water. And with over 23 years in the business, they're proud and confident that their water and service is superior. For iron filters, water softeners, reverse osmosis distillers, chlorine removal, and H2S odor removal, give Superior Water a call, 780-875-6636, or stop and see them at their 57th Avenue location right beside Sheepskin Loft, and stay hydrated with pure, clean water. I drink Superior Water because I like the taste. After all, it is superior water. I want to welcome you to Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric, and we have some guests today from Integrated Therapies and Performance here to talk about the Pathways to Wellness program that was initiated last year as a pilot program and now is back. We are pleased to welcome to the show Sarcauga-Gantefoer is here, and Glenys Reeves-Gibb is here as well. Sometimes I mess up
That's all right.
the two back ones, but appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for doing this. And it was great to hear this program is back again. For people that don't know, what is Pathways to Wellness?
Well, Pathways to Wellness is basically a free mental health and support crisis center. So we provide crisis intervention and rapid access counseling supports for anybody that needs it. It's kind of like an ER for the mental health.
How do you access it?
So we have particular hours, and Maria will tell you about the hours, and you just stop in at the office. There is always someone there to greet you, a separate sort of reception area. And then there is a trained therapist. And so as Maria said, when we first started the program, it was strictly around sort of mental health crisis, but we've expanded that to rapid access counseling service as well, which is sort of preventative in nature. So maybe something's happened to me. I'm not feeling really great about it. I haven't really moved to that point of maybe being in a full-blown mental health crisis, but I could go there if I don't access some services. So you can just drop in and you can speak with someone. So we've expanded the program that way. So yeah, it is just drop in during our hours of operation.
So what happened in 2025 with the pilot project? Like how did things go with that project that you knew we had to kind of bring it back?
So the pilot project went really well. And I know that you had Fallon and Christy from our office on at that point in time. During that time, over the 8 months, we had 143 crisis visits. Of those 143, there were only 4 that we had to refer out to the emergency department, and served a number of people through that. It is sort of a one time, but if you need to come back, you can. So what we do know is that oftentimes when someone's experiencing a mental health issue, a noisy emergency department is really a difficult place to sit. And so we just knew that our stats told us that it was certainly a need in the community. In addition to that, and we know from numerous health assessments that have been done, that we've always identified that we needed a need for something in regards to mental health services, especially around sort of emergent issues. And so this was a pilot that, of course, the Lloyd Region Health Foundation funded because they recognized the need. And so then we were excited when we were able to continue on with the project.
Was there anything in that pilot project that you didn't see coming that maybe surprised you guys that you thought, well, we didn't see this happening, but we should be aware of it. We need to change. We need to adapt. You mentioned the course one change.
Yeah, no, I don't think we were surprised by any of it. I think anyone that works in sort of that area, mental health, mental wellness, knows that there certainly is a need. But we just felt when we had the opportunity to expand it, I like to think of the rapid access counseling as more of a preventative measure, that we took the opportunity to be able to do that.
Who's responsible for kind of bringing it back?
So we've been working with Covenant Health in regards to finding some ongoing funding for it. So they were sort of the ones that came in and said they'd be interested in working with us on that. So they are the ones right now that are helping us look for funding to continue the project on an ongoing basis.
Obviously, you'd like to see it be a permanent thing.
We would, yes.
Yeah, we would love to.
Was it originally designed to kind of take some pressure off the hospital? Is that one of the goals?
Absolutely. It is one of the goals. So, I mean, pressure off the emergency department. But of course, the emergency department is there for people, and we refer people to the emergency department all the time, especially if Pathways isn't open or if they arrive and it is beyond our capacity to deal with. We would immediately have them transported there. But it is an opportunity for someone who maybe would have to sit and wait because there are more serious things. I mean, emergency departments are set up for, you have to wait based on the seriousness of your condition in a spot that is calming and there isn't the same wait time for that. And you get to see someone who's trained in that mental health area.
Can you give us some examples, like some situations that people would have used the program for? Situations that,
So
without, of course, getting into
of
personal,
course.
but
Well, I mean, Maria has been working it, so maybe you can talk a little bit about some of what you've seen.
Yeah, it's varied anywhere from someone that's highly escalated, having some trauma triggers. They would come in and we help them de-escalate, make sure that they're safe, make sure that they have supportive and protective factors around them. And then we have, we touch on a little bit of a solution-focused process with them, kind of little steps that will help them and give them tools when it comes to coping and with their mental health. We also do referrals in the community, which we have lots of great partnerships with lots of different companies and organizations. If they feel that they need a therapist, we will refer them to a therapist. If they need access to, say, the Spark Foundation, we will refer that as well. So it could be anywhere from somebody that's having trauma triggers. It could be somebody that maybe had an argument with their partner and they are feeling overwhelmed amongst other things that are happening in their life, and they just needed somebody to talk to, debrief with, and then have a little bit of a solution-focused approach after they leave the session.
how do people know I can go to this instead of going to the hospital? Like how do you know this is for me, or go directly to the hospital? How do we, like, if you're having that situation, is your initial thought, I got to get to the hospital, or is it, how do I kind of reconcile the two?
I think it depends, right? If there is anything that's physically going on, absolutely you need to go to that emergency department because we're not able to handle that. But if it's a situation where you just really, as Maria said, need some time to talk through, maybe put a plan in place to help yourself move forward, then the Pathway to Wellness program would be a great option for you.
That's the thing, is when you're having a crisis, like how do you your brain is going in how many different directions, right? How do you know what to do? It's so like you must see it, Maria, when people come in.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, there was 4 people you kind of had to direct to other agencies, sort of thing, or to the hospital.
To the hospital.
To the
For in our pilot, there were
Yes.
4 that when they came in for various reasons, we had them transported to the hospital.
Yeah. How do we reach people? How do we tell them, like, this, you might need this? Because a lot of times people don't know. I mean, there's been stressful situations for me, and I haven't really noticed like that things are different for me. Like I'm acting different until somebody says to me, you asked me that 3 times now, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
I've been talking to you, but you're not there.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
where are you right now?
And I think that's the beauty of the program, well, within itself, is that if you're unsure of your next steps, we're there to guide you through that. If you're not ready to commit to a full-time therapist, we're there to kind of help you de-escalate, make you feel safe, help you with some coping. And when you're ready, we usually will give you recommendations or referrals over as well and help you connect with the community. So I think that's the beauty of the program, is that if you're unsure, come see us and we'll help you navigate through that. We'll help you find a pathway through that.
Do you get to see the success stories? Like, do you get to see somebody who comes in and I don't need a therapist, like, and then all of a sudden they sit down with you and they realize maybe I do? Like, do you see that all the time?
Yeah, I was a part of the second phase of Pathways, so I've been there since the beginning of May, and we've had some very wonderful stories and individuals that come back. Because of course there's no cap in our services. We don't do appointments. It's all on a walk-in basis. We just triage accordingly to who needs it the most or who needs more immediate attention. But we've had individuals come back and I just need help de-escalating today, and they know exactly what the program is for. I've had individuals that have said, "Thank you so much for being here. I don't think I would know what I would have done next, and I would have just spiraled." So in the 2.5, almost 3 months that we've been operating in our second phase here, we've had quite a bit of success stories, which has been great. Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about barriers. We're going to take a break, but just from my standpoint, I have to be I'll just be perfectly honest. When I've been going through some things, I didn't want to go to a therapist because of was on the radio at the time. I didn't want anybody to see me walking in. That's completely and totally honest. I just didn't want people going, "I saw Kurt going to a therapist." What's going on with this guy? So we'll talk about barriers when we come back here on Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric.
Summer is here, and that means campouts, cookouts, backyard barbecues, and bacon breakfast. And when it comes to feeding your family, Diamond 7 Meats is right there with you. Diamond 7 Meats proudly provides locally sourced meats with no additives or fillers, just great tasting steaks, juicy burgers, tender pork chops, and some of the best smokies you'll ever roast over the fire. Plus, delicious beef jerky for those summer road trips. We're family owned and operated. Diamond 7 Meats, serving local families with quality products and the protein you need to fuel those busy summer days.
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years. It's more than just taxes at L&A CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at L&A CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. L&A CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
Thinking about moving but waiting for your home to sell? You may not have to. At Wellings, your next chapter doesn't need to wait for a sold sign. Move into Wellings of Lloydminster this summer and save up to $6,000 while your home sale is underway. You'll have the comfort of knowing your new home is ready when you are. Why put life on hold? Wellings, the right move right now. Visit wellingsoflloydminster.com for the details. I want to welcome you back to Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric. We have Glenys Reeves-Gibb joining us, and we have Maria Gantefoer here, and they're here with Integrated Therapies and Performance. The Pathways to Wellness program that started as a pilot back in 2025 is back, and Integrated Therapies and Performance is hoping that this will become something that is permanent because they've seen some great results from this. But I mentioned barriers. Would money be the biggest barrier that people aren't going to see a therapist? Like, do you see that, Maria? People coming and go, I know I need a therapist, but I can't afford it.
Actually, money isn't typically the barrier. It's typically the stigma of mental health and accessing mental health in general. Some individuals don't feel like they want to go to the hospital because they're scared of, say, being put on psych hold because they're in crisis. Some individuals don't access it because they just feel like they don't want to commit to seeing somebody long term. So typically financial is a barrier in a lot of ways, but it's not the biggest challenge. Glenys, maybe you can speak a little bit about.
So, I mean,
I
I
thought
think
we're getting better in this.
I think there's lots of barriers, right? And of course, for some people, seeing a private therapist would be a financial barrier, but we do have a public system that people can, see through their healthcare as well. We also in Lloydminster, the surrounding area of Lloydminster, they have access to subsidized counseling services. So there are various ways. I think one of the unique things about Pathways is it is no charge, no question, come in, but we really use a community prescribing approach, as Maria's already alluded to. So you come in, the therapist works with you. They use a solution-focused therapy, which is always sort of forward-based. Couple of maybe things you can do. If you are at high risk, they develop some type of a safety plan for you, that type of thing. And so that we make sure that we help them navigate the system as well, because I think sometimes navigating the system, especially if you are having some type of a mental health issue, is very difficult. You're already overwhelmed, and then suddenly you're trying to navigate through the system and figure it out. We're there to help with that actual navigation. And we've had great cooperation. When we first started the program, we reached out to all therapists in the area and we said who would be interested in taking referrals. A number came forward. Some of them were saying we have a sliding fee scale, so that can help as well. I think we have to get over the stigma. I mean, if I have a cold or I'm not feeling well, what do? I go to my doctor. And you know what? And sometimes mentally I'm not feeling really well either. Maybe I'm overwhelmed. Maybe I'm feeling really stressed. Maybe I'm depressed. It's the same as when we're feeling physically unwell. Sometimes we need to go and talk to someone. And so Pathways is a way to come in and have that initial session. As Maria said, if you needed to come back, that would be fine. But let us help you or help your family member navigate, because oftentimes we'll have family members come in. Because as you mentioned earlier when we were talking, sometimes we don't realize what's going on for us, but other people see it. And so we're there to support however we can.
So family members can kind of do a referral, or physically bring you in.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's no problem.
Not a problem at all. We've had sessions where somebody would bring in a family member and we would meet with a family member, but at the after that session is done, we also meet with a family member, help them give them tools really on how to support individuals in their life or that individual in their life when they're struggling.
So Glenys, when you said navigate the system, do you mean like, is there a referral program for somebody that's looking for a therapist, I'm going back to financial, but doesn't have that ability? Do they need to have somebody refer them to, does it have to be a doctor? Can it be you guys that says?
Most therapy services you can self-refer, but our health system is pretty broad, as you know. And if I'm feeling overwhelmed and suddenly now I'm trying to figure out where would be the best place to go, what would be my first steps, for a lot of people, that's just too overwhelming. So if you come to Pathways, of course, the therapist is going to do an assessment on you, figure out some of the things, but it's not like they're suddenly going to say, okay, well, you're good now, go away. They're going to make sure, okay, we've got you connected in. One of the things we do with Pathways is we do a 72-hour follow-up. So if you've been in to see us, you'll get a call from one of our therapists 72 hours later saying, hey, Kirk, how are you doing? Were you able to get connected in here? Is there something else you need from us? Would you like to come back in to see us? And so I think when we did the pilot, that was the piece that was very, very valuable. And we had lots of comments on I can't believe you actually called me. I can't believe you actually checked in on me. And that's one of the things we wanted to make sure that any of the plans we put in place were working. And if they weren't, then come back in or talk with us over the phone and let's figure it out. So the follow-up piece is huge with the Pathway program.
What ages is this program for?
We've seen individuals as young as 8 and as old as 63 within the program.
So obviously an 8-year-old isn't going to walk in by themselves. There's a
No.
family member going, I think
Absolutely.
I think we need some help here. You mentioned the stigma. Is it getting better though?
I would like to think it is, but I work in the field, right? But I do think that, and I always like to, and I once before when I was on, we talk about, when we're mentally stressed, but there's mental wellness. And so I think when we put it more in that wellness lens, and I mean, we ebb and flow through that, is that what do we need to do? All of us can improve our mental wellness on a day-to-day basis, be it that we're doing a gratitude practice, be it that we're doing mindfulness and grounding, that type of thing. But we all have days when we slip a little bit lower and we probably need that person to talk to. And the great thing is there's people who are trained. And all our staff, in addition to their initial formal training, we have a fairly extensive training program we ask them to go through to work with people who may be experiencing a mental health crisis.
Do you need any help with this program? Like things are ticking along now, but
funding, of course, we're always going to be looking for funding for the program, right? Yeah.
Where does so if there's any, would private companies be able to help?
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
They would be able to step up and say, we want to support this program.
Absolutely. We would welcome anything like that.
Okay. I know you're closed on Tuesdays, but what are your other hours?
So our hours are Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 12 to 8 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays from 12 to 5 p.m. And we're accessible through walk-in, just a simple walk-in for service. You can call ahead of time and let us know that you're coming. We can do a virtual session, so a video call essentially, or we can do phone calls. So we've had individuals that don't have the capacity or the means to make it into town, for example, if they're out of town, or they just don't have a vehicle to get to where we are, and we can set up a video call or a phone call with them.
Glenys, do you think the biggest thing is just letting people know the program is there? It's here.
Yeah. I think the other thing that's interesting in a change, you asked us about changes before, is that when we ran the pilot, it was Monday through Friday from 12 until 5. And so the hours have expanded. It goes into the evening, and we have weekend hours as well. Because when you think about it, during the week, oftentimes you can get in to see your family physician or something like that. But oftentimes on the weekend, there's less services. So having that and having some evening hours is important. And yes, please, if you know of someone, or if you feel like you would like to speak to someone, we would welcome you to come to Pathways. The only thing we have to tell you is right now we're under construction in the street. So you have to come down the back alley, but we have parking right at the back and there's a door right there. So don't think we're closed just because you can't get down the street in front of us. People are accessing us through the back.
There might be a barrier too of walking in that first time. Like it could be, that could be almost as stressful. It could add to your stress. How do we lessen people's, thoughts of just getting in there? It's going to be okay to walk in. Am I saying that right? Am I asking that right? Do you know what I'm kind of?
But
it could be intimidating.
We physically set it up so it is easier. So when you come in to Pathways, you don't sit in our regular waiting room. We have a special space with dim lighting, and you come in. There's a receptionist who has had specialized training in how to sort of handle it. So it's a very relaxed atmosphere. So it's not like you're going to be walking in and there's going to be a lot of people around and all of that type of thing. We've got a special spot. And because of coming through the back door, the door to come into Pathways is actually right there.
It's right there.
So we've tried to physically set it up so it's easier for people as well.
What do you kind of expect the first time you walk in?
The first time you walk in, there's a sign right there. That way you don't have to kind of figure out where you're going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
You open the door and there's a sign right there. Pathways to Wellness check-in. Turn this way. And our lovely receptionist will greet you, put you at ease, offer you water or anything that you need if they can visibly see that you are quite escalated, she has wonderful training, or they usually have wonderful training to help kind of calm that down with just kind of putting you at ease. There's couple of forms that you typically will fill out, and that's usually a consent form and just like a quick overview of what you're coming in here for. If you cannot answer it, that's okay. We communicate that between the therapist and the receptionist, and then the wait is less than 5 minutes. You usually are into the therapist's office already.
Wow.
Yeah.
What am I forgetting?
I don't think you're forgetting anything.
Oh, I think you mentioned a little bit about if there's any help that we need, and I think we just need to spread the word that we're here.
Absolutely.
That's the biggest thing, is that we're here and we're ready to help, and we're waiting just for people to access the service.
Thank you, ladies. Appreciate this.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the other thing is people can make referrals, and we have had referrals from other agencies.
Yes.
When school was in, the schools would use us for referrals, family referrals, but of course you can self-refer. We actually have had physicians refer to the program as well. And we have an online presence. There's cards at different places. So pick up a card, make a call. Even if you want to just stop in and learn more about the program, stop in and see us.
That's a good point. I didn't ask how you get more information, so appreciate that. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
We're back with you on Tuesday. Oh, it seems like a long ways away now, but we have a very unique show coming up on Tuesday. We have not only the mayor of Lloydminster joining us, Gerald Albers will be here, but Robert Snow, the mayor of Vermilion, will be here, and we're going to be talking about why it's so important that we discuss further via rail coming onto the north line of CN Rail rather than where it's currently at, the south line of CN Rail, and how that would affect a lot of different things and propel not only our economy, but the country's economy. That's coming up on Tuesday morning right here on Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric.